Welcome to Understanding the Bible Part 6. I'm Paweł Stawarczyk, and today we would like to speak about meaningful numbers. This video is still work in progress. My language may be still more polished than polished. Please bear with me, sorry about that. You may find it helpful to watch first the former episode, Little Understanding. Numbers evoke meaning. They convey certain messages when we use them in language. The probably most interesting example in the modern language is number 13. Some people ascribe to this number special powers, sinister powers. In some countries, they use other numbers to describe 13. Sometimes they just drop the number altogether. But we do not believe in that. It's actually funny. But there is a special predilection that we have in our Western culture for the number 100. And the number 100 does have power over our minds. When we say, I told you 100 times, what do we mean by that? Well, we may take 100 literally, and then we have to protest. We have to say, well, that wasn't 100. So when we say 100 times, do we really mean literally 100 times? Of course not. It's figurative speech. So we laugh at people who take it literally. Using the number 100, we say, it was too many times that I told you. We say, we're getting really angry. We're tired of repeating. And you better listen or else. The number 100 has a special meaning for us when we say 100%. So when I say, I'm behind you 100%, we don't mean 100, but still we understand the expression very well. We mean to say, I support you. You can count on me. I approve what you say, what you do. But why is 100 so special? Why not 78% or 39? 100 in our Western culture means for us immediately, automatically, without any further thought, fully, perfectly, entirely. It just means perfection. So that's why we have 100% commitment. That's why we have to make an effort, 100%, in order to achieve 100% satisfaction. 100 is just perfect for us. And for that very funny reason, it is for us a big deal if someone turns 100. And it's not such a big deal if somebody is merely 99 years old. And that's funny, I find number 99 actually nicer. Look at numbers 11 or 22, 33. Don't they look funnier and happier than 100? And yet, there is no reasonable explanation. It's just our culture. 100 means perfection. And culture is a set of customs we grow up with, so things become apparent to us, almost transparent. And that is figurative speech. When we use numbers in figurative speech, so we do not mean them literally, we forget that numbers mean numbers. They become transparent. When we look at these vessels, we actually focus on the content. The vessels are here, we can see them, but actually we don't see them. We see through them. These vessels are transparent. Similarly, in figurative speech, numbers are transparent. They just give shape to the message. And when we listen to numbers in figurative speech, it's like looking at those transparent vessels. We see them, but we don't see them. We see through them. We see through those numbers at the message that they convey. And we are so focused on the message that we actually forget that this message is shaped by a number or other figurative expression. Do you ever wonder about glass when you look at the fish? You probably forget this glass exists, and yet this glass gives shape to the world of the fish. So when somebody tells us something about the 11th hour or Cooking 101 or Catch 22, never do we really dwell on the numerical value of the number. We see through it to the message. The number automatically opens some new meanings in our mind. We don't dwell on the number itself, we move immediately forward to the meaning. So the number is like a key to the message behind it. That's why when we hear that someone looks like $1,000,000, we do not actually dwell on the number million. We don't picture $1,000,000 or a banknote. We immediately picture something like this. So the number million is transparent. Actually, when we take this million literally, like in the former pictures, we find it funny because it's unexpected for the brain. So in our modern communication, we use numbers in figurative speech to explain something. We make others understand. Numbers in figurative speech are actually effective communication many times. And yet, the very same people who consider themselves smart and modern, effective communicators, and they use numbers in their everyday language, they find it appalling when the numbers appear in the Bible in a figurative sense. That's why I was hoping that you could join us for the next episode when we take a look at the meaning of number 7 in biblical times.